Hello friends, in today's video we are going to learn how to set up a Snowflake data warehouse. For that, first I need a AWS S3 bucket as a data lake. There we are going to store all the source files. In the source bucket data, we need to integrate this AWS S3 bucket into Snowflake. For that, first we need a role to connect the S3 bucket with the Snowflake. For that, let me go to my IAM role, create a new role, require external ID. For now, we will make it as a something 0011 something like that. We need to make a change after some time. Click on next. We are going to give a permission to read the data from S3 bucket. So I'm giving the full access for now. In your scenario, you can give whatever the restricted privilege you wanted to give, and then click on next button. Okay, give your role name, role Snowflake S3 access. Use the trusted policy. Let us create now the new policy. We will create it now. The policy got created. This is the policy we created now. Let it be for now. We will move on to Snowflake environment. Let us create the integration service. I have a script with me. I'm creating the new integration service S3 source data integration. This is my integration name. This for the external stage I'm creating. It is going to connect with S3 bucket. Okay, so and then this is the ARN, that is the bucket. I'm going to read it, so I'm giving the bucket name and the folder name here. Any notes you wanted to write it here, you can write it here. In this ARN location, you go to IAM, the role we created new, right there. You just copy the ARN name here and then remove the existing one and then give the ARN we created now. Select the script and execute. Now our integration service created successfully, and then what we will do, I told earlier, right, we need to do the small modification again in the IAM role. Describe the integration object you created. We have multiple properties are there. This ARN, right, this one you just copy it from here. You can copy it and then come to the role now. Go to trust policy, edit the trust policy now. Now in the root, right, instead of root, you modify it as the one you copied from the row number 5, the property 5 ARN, and then external ID you copy it. It's a row number, property row number 7. Copy the external ID. Earlier we gave 00111 something, right? You replace with the external ID you copied from integration service. Update the policy. Now the policy updated with the new ARN and the external ID. Now we are good to go with the integration service. Once the integration service is done, we connected Snowflake and S3 bucket, and then we need to create what kind of formatted data we are going to read from the data lake. For that, you need to create the file format type. Okay, file format. In our real scenario, we will read CSV file and JSON file, sometime XML file, something like that. Okay, in our scenario, we are going to read only the CSV file format. I'm creating the new file format. That file format will go and create in the database, sales database. Under sales database, I have a schema name called SCHSTG and then CSV underscore file. Okay, this is the file format type where it will go and create. It will create under dev sales staging schema. And for now, we don't have anything under the stage schema. Let us go and create one file format. Now, already I have a script. I'm selecting this script. I'm creating the CSV file format. Now the file format also created. Let us go and verify the schema whether the file format is created. Open this stage schema. Do refresh. Now the file format created successfully. Click on the file format. You can see the format we created. It's going to read the CSV file. Okay. Again, I'll open the script. We are going to create a external staging object now. We connected bucket and Snowflake, but we didn't tell from exactly which bucket we are going to read it. For that, we need to create a external stage. This is the syntax to create the external stage. This again going to create on the staging schema. Name going to be stage underscore bucket underscore sales. That is the name I'm going to use it. Whatever the file we are keeping under the Snowpipe data under the sales folder, through this external staging only, we will read the data from S3 bucket. I'm creating the new external staging. This external staging also created successfully. Let us go and verify the schema. File format we created already. This is the stage we created now. For now, no files are placed under the stage. Okay, no files are there in the bucket also. So it is showing empty. Okay, once the external stage created, we need a table under the schema. Right. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm creating the new table. Okay, we are going to maintain a sales data, right? For that, I have the sample source file. I'll show you the source file. Based on that source file column, I am creating the table. This table also going to create under the staging schema only. I'm creating the new table. It got created. Let us go and verify again whether table successfully created under the schema. Table also created. There is no any data. It's empty. Once table is created, we need to copy the data from external stage to table. We have to use the copy command. The copy command says, okay, this is my external bucket. This is the table. You just copy the data from this bucket. Whatever the files are there in the bucket, all those file data you need to copy into this table. This is the staging table I created now. What it is doing, if I go and execute it, nothing will happen. Why? Because we don't have anything in the S3 bucket. Let us go and verify any source file are there in the bucket. If not, we will copy a source file there. I'm moving on to not a process bucket. Moving on to source data. Under source data, we have Snowpipe. Under Snowpipe, we have sales folder. Nothing is there inside of the sales folder. What I will do, I will copy a file. This is the CSV file. I'm going to place it. Okay, let me open and show you what is there inside the file. This is the data we are having in the fact sales.csv file. I will move this file into the folder S3 bucket. The file is available in the folder. Go back to the stage. We enable directory table. So if you enable the directory table, whatever the file we are uploading there, you can see in the Snowflake environment itself. This is the file we copied just now. Okay, so that file showing here. This is the purpose of external staging. Okay, from this external staging, we are going to copy the data into table sales. Go to worksheet. This is the command to copy the data. Let us execute this command now. Let's see what's happening. It is loaded 1,21,254 records. Perfect. Now our copy command executed successfully. We learned how to create a data lake and then how to create the integration service. To connect it, we need a IAM role. We created that, and then we created a external staging. We created a file format also. We manually copy the data into external stage to table using SQL script. Instead of that, there is another mechanism called snow pipe. You can create a snow pipe. This snow pipe automatically trigger whenever the file landed into the data lake. That is the actual mechanism. Now we are going to create a snow pipe and then an event trigger. Event trigger. Once the file landed into the data lake, SQS automatically trigger the snow pipe to copy the data into staging schema table. For that, we need to create a pipe. Let me go on to Snowflake environment. Already I have the copy command there. On top of it, I'm going to create a pipe. Create a pipe or see. Create or replace pipe. The pipe name is pipe sales. Okay. Automatically ingest the data, and then this is the same command we are going to use it. But I'll create this pipe now. The pipe created successfully. Let us describe the pipe now. This is a notification channel. We are going to use it. We are going to create a SQS event to trigger the pipe automatically whenever the file landed into data lake environment. Go to S3 bucket. Okay, move on to the properties. Scroll down a little bit. Below you can see the event notification. There you can create event notification. Event name trigger sales snow pipe. We wanted to trigger this one whenever user copy some files under the sales bucket. So I'll copy this up to this part. I'm coming here. This is the place where you can tell when this particular event has to trigger. Okay, this is the folder under the data lake. What's the event we need to capture here? All object created. When we put a new object, when we copy, when on this scenario, the event has to trigger. All object create. Scroll down. We wanted to do trigger SQS queue and then ERN. Enter the ERN. What is the ERN? That ERN you can see here the Snowflake for the pipe. You copy this ERN and place it here. I'm saving the changes now. Now we created the SQS. This SQS will trigger this snow pipe ARN. We are good with this connectivity also. What we will do, let us go and create a new file under this bucket. Before we copy the file, how many records are there in the table already? Right, what I'll do, I'll go there and verify how many records are there. Select count of 1 from this table. How many records are there? 1,21,254. Same file we copied here now. Same file we copied here, renamed it as a V1. I'm moving this file into this bucket. Upload completed. Now we have two files. Let us come here and verify how many records are there. Sometimes it will take one minute to execute the pipe. Now it got loaded. you can see 2,42,508 records are there. It means another file also, the new file we copied, right? That file also got ingested into this table. In this session, we completed pipe creation and how to copy the data from S3 bucket into stage schema. In the next video, we will see how to create a snow task and how to copy the data from stage schema into raw schema table, and then how to create a data marts. Okay, with this, let us conclude the session. We will meet in part 2. Thank you.